What's up? This is Marco back again. Today I'm going to be talking about match week 3 of the Premier Leagues, with the Saturday games. And I'm just going to start off with Manchester United against Brighton and Hove Albion. And for Manchester United, it was a surprisingly even start to the game. Brighton was really staying in it the entire time. It was a very back and forth game, and honestly, as the result showed, it really could have been a draw. For Manchester United, there are a couple of negatives there. As much as I love watching Aaron Wan-Bissaka defend, he is not good in possession. He was really struggling with marking today. Solly March really had his number, along with Trossard, and he was really at fault for the first goal, just getting owned by the press, and he's going to have to get better, because he's got such good talent at tackling. You just want to keep him, but honestly, he's dribbling too, but he's got so much to work on, and honestly, the defense in general really wasn't that good. Brighton easily could have had 5 goals this game. So, also the front three, it really wasn't looking that good. It was very passive again. Rashford was able to get into the game a bit, but Martial and Greenwood need to work on getting into the game. This was the second game this year where Martial was just a pedestrian the entire time. I also heard there was a lot of criticism for Pogba today, I found, but honestly, I thought he did pretty well. He was doing well in possession, which isn't a given for him. He wasn't the most creative today, but honestly, I feel like he did pretty fine. Also, in the positives, Rashford, as I said, he was able to get on the ball. He had that great goal. And then I really thought Matic was doing well today, and I think last week I said, hey, Manchester United really suck on set pieces. Yeah, just score 2 off them, okay? I have to make sure I don't say something like that in the future, but great work. The first one was a little bit fluky on an own goal, but Maguire won a header on the second one and got the handball off it. So good work from there today, and there are a couple of positives you can take away from Manchester United, but a lot of negatives. For Brighton, obviously set-piece defending's got to improve, but honestly, it was a good game for them. They were playing Manchester United well. Honestly, they just got pretty unlucky. It wasn't even refs or anything, just hit the post 5 times. Lamptey, he was looking really good. He's been really dangerous these games. He won the penalty for them. Trossard has continued to look really good. And, jeez, it was very good. Mupai channeled his Jesse Waller-Larson to get a Panenka penalty, and he wasn't looking too dangerous today, but hey, he got a penalty. He gave away a penalty too, though. And I was pretty impressed by Solly March, like I said. It was a pretty good game for Brighton, but as I said, Manchester United just got lucky and their talent shone through. If I pick the man of the match, it's kind of tough. I want to give it to somebody on the winner, so I'd probably pick Marcus Rashford. He had a really nice goal. So for the next game, you had Everton against Crystal Palace, and for Everton, it was a very solid game for just about everybody. Obviously, they led the goal off the set piece, but aside from that, it was a very good game. They had a really nice team goal to start things off. James put a nice pass in, Seamus Coleman got an assist, and Calvert-Lewin got another goal. You've got to be thinking England for him. He's been on fire to start the season. Then I think Lucas Digne, he won the penalty off another James pass. He kind of headed in towards arm. I don't know, kind of suspect penalty, but Everton were going to score it anyway, I think. But they defended very well as well. The fullbacks were very good. Keane and Mina really stepped up their play today. It's a great performance all around for Everton. So for Crystal Palace, I think they could have defended a little bit better, but there were some positives. I think Eze, he looked really good. Really solid debut. And I think Townsend's been really good to start the season. I think he's been involved with a goal in every single game so far. It was the first Crystal Palace corner goal in a while, I think. Yeah, Kouyaté had a good win, and Townsend doesn't normally take them, so he should probably stay on those. And for the negatives, I think Guaita could have been a little bit better. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but my standard for him's pretty high. And defense wasn't that great. Joel Ward, yeah, it's harsh, but he had 2 of the same calls, so you've got to blame him a little bit for that. Then, lights going off. Alright, we're going dark for this. I thought that in defense, Tyreek Mitchell, I honestly think he's out of his depth. I'm not sure if he's that good, and honestly, they were getting forward a little bit pretty well, but Zaha really couldn't get involved, and when Zaha doesn't get involved for Crystal Palace, it's bad. If I had to pick a man of the match for today, it would probably be Seamus Coleman. He did really well defending Zaha, and he had that assist. He's been on fire to start this year. I think it's the second time giving man of the match to him. And let there be light. Okay, so for the third game of the day, the most surprising one, Chelsea tied West Brom. First draw of the year. They tied them 3-3. So for Chelsea, there were a lot of negatives, mostly in defense. Reece James was not having a good game defensively. He got beat by Callum Robinson on the first goal, and on the corner kick, he left everybody on side. I think that's partially coaching, given his age, but he still has to have better awareness. Marcus Alonso is not looking that good. He can't play in a 4 at the back, and Thiago Silva was making a lot of mistakes. Then also, Kai Havertz, he had a decent involvement. He had that assist on the second goal for Chelsea, but this is West Brom. They've conceded 3 in every single game they've had so far. Honestly, a championship-level team, if you're that expensive of a signing, one involvement isn't really enough. I'd like to see Havertz get more involved. And aside from that, there were a couple good positives going forward. I think Mount was looking really good. He got that first goal, that was pretty nice. Callum Hudson-Odoi was really good when he came on. You got to be impressed by that. Werner didn't get a goal again, but I have to say, his movement off the ball is just elite. And once they really get everybody creative in there, I think goals are going to come for Werner. And, Abraham popped up with a goal, too. I didn't think he had a good game, but scoring the game-tying goal, that's pretty good for them. I think the biggest thing for this game, you've got to question Lampard tactically. There were just a lot of things I wasn't sure about. Playing Alonso was probably a mistake. Azpilicueta was clearly ready. He came on, and I don't know what the decision to start Alonso in a 4 at the back was. And if you're keeping Alonso in your plans and you decide you want to stay with this guy, why did you get rid of Lamptey, who has proven to be a very good right-sided player in the 5 at the back? And, tactically, we knew what West Brom was going to give. Start off really strong and then get weaker as the game goes forward. They've done it. This is the third time they've done it. I think he should have been better prepared for this game, and I think you have to ask some questions about Lampard following this. Okay, now on to West Brom, and honestly, it's what you expect. Obviously they had a great start, but they blew the game. So positives, Callum Robinson was looking very strong. He had a really nice finish for the first goal. Pereira put in a nice pass, and on the second one, just capitalized off a mistake. And then a pretty nice set-piece opportunity for the third goal. And then, but after that, they couldn't defend. They couldn't hold on to the lead, and this is the problem that West Brom's been having all year. It's why I have them going down, but honestly, it's a Chelsea game. You can't be mad at taking a point, but honestly, they should have had more. If I had to pick a man of the match, I really can't give it to a Chelsea player in good confidence after that first-half performance. Probably Callum Robinson. Took both of his chances pretty well. This tie is definitely not on him. He's probably the player who performed the best in this game. Now for the last game, and last and certainly least, you had Burnley against Southampton, and it was the most boring game of the year so far, I'd say. Southampton got an early goal through Ings. Pretty nice build-up. Walker Speeders had a good ball. Shea Adams, had a nice contribution to that, and Ings with a good finish. Aside from that, for Southampton, early on, I think Dzeko and Armstrong were looking all right, and McCarthy made some pretty good saves, but there was not much in this game. Southampton got the goal, and then Burnley was... They weren't really that... They didn't show a sense of urgency trying to get a goal back. For Burnley, they really missed Tarkowski, and honestly, it's a little bit concerning, especially now that it does seem like Tarkowski might leave, and if he does, this is a bit concerning for Burnley. Their defense has not been looking good. Honestly, on the goal, you might be able to expect more from Pope. It was a pretty good goal, but you're in contention for the England number 1 spot. You should be able to deal with that a bit better, I think. And then, they were just not looking that threatening. I think Chris Wood looked a little bit good, but yeah. Nice rhyme. And I think they missed Jay Rodriguez today. I think he would have probably helped them, but it was a concerning game by Burnley. If I picked the man of the match, probably Ings. Even after the goal, he was a little bit creative, but there just wasn't much this game. Definitely the worst game of the day, but hey, good win for Burnley, or Southampton. And we're dark again, so I think that's about it. I'll see ya.